There were a ton of new shiny Pokemon released in Pokemon Go this year. From special events to community days, raid days, dope legendaries, let's take a look back at all of the shiny Pokemon that came out. During January Community Day, we had Shiny Chespin's debut, our first community day of the year and our first new shiny. A great shiny, to be honest, we all enjoyed that. Then during the Twinkling Fantasy event, we got the brand new shiny Dedenne in Pokemon Go, a nice rare shiny, fan favorite. And later that month in Tier 5 raids, shiny Tapu Koko made its debut. And then during the Crackling Voltage event, we got the epic shiny Helioptile in Pokemon Go. Such a tough shiny to get, still don't have one. So 7 new shinies in January. Moving on to February, during the Valentine's Day event, we got shiny Frillish, both the female and male version and their evolutions, of course. We got shiny Furfrou in all of its forms, and we got the legendary shiny Tapu Lele. A bunch of shinies right there, but not as much as the Hoenn Tour, where we got a bunch of amazing shinies. We got shiny Unknown H, Surskit, Gulpin, Torkoal, Kecleon, Relicanth, Cacnea, Tropius, and Jirachi. Low-key the best month of the year for shinies. February was awesome. Moving on, in March we had Slowpoke Community Day, in which we got the brand new shiny Galarian Slowpoke and its whole family. And that was actually the only new shiny released in March. But in April, in Tier 5 raids, the legendary shiny Tapu Bulu dropped, which was awesome. Then during the Sustainability Week event, one of the greatest shinies of the year, shiny Drillbur came out. Then later that month, during a research day, shiny Stunfisk debuted as well. Moving on to May, during the An Instinctive Hero event, we got 2 new shinies, one being shiny Mantike, and then in 5-star raids, shiny Genesect with the Shock Drive. Speaking of raids, we had the Cleaver Raid Day as well, in which shiny Cleaver debuted. I think I went like 0 for 20 on that event, so it wasn't good for me. And again, in raids, we had the legendary shiny Tapu Fini drop, and then for May Community Day, we had shiny Fennekin and its very, very awesome shiny family. Moving on to June. So we had the Water Festival event, in which shiny Clauncher debuted, a beautiful new shiny. Then we got our first ever shiny Ultra Beast with shiny Nihilego dropping in Ultra Beast raids. Then during the Solstice Horizons event, I do not remember that, we had shiny Fomantis drop. I don't remember this shiny being dropped at all. But then in the Team Goraka takeover, shiny Pancham was released, a beautiful shiny, need that. And shortly after, during the Dark Flames event, we got the brand new shiny Turtonator that came exclusively through raids and research. June was a crazy month, but moving on to July, we had the Adventure Week event, in which we saw shiny Tyron and shiny Amwara's debuts. Some of the most epic shinies in this entire game, arguably the greatest shinies to drop this year, but they were actually the only shinies that dropped during the month of July. But I think August made up for it. So during Pokemon Go Fest Osaka, we got a bunch of new shinies. Shiny Exclamation Point Unknown, shiny Petalil, and shiny Dupiter. Very nice shinies. Then shortly after, at the Pokemon World Championships, we had shiny Scraggy's debut. A pretty tough one to get, but then during Pokemon Go Fest New York, we had shiny Golett and shiny Skrelp. Pretty epic shinies right there. I was able to snag those. Then we had one of the most anticipated community days, I guess of all time, Froakie Community Day, in which shiny Froakie debuted, and it was awesome. But that is not it. We still had the Pokemon Go Global Go Fest, in which a bunch of new shinies dropped. Shiny Shellos, both forms and its evolutions, shiny Oranguru, shiny Joltik, and the epic shiny Goodra. That's like 20 new shinies during the month of August, and they were pretty incredible. But September did not lack either. We had the Paldean Adventure event, in which shiny Lechonk made its debut. Then we had the Paldea Ultra Unlock, in which we got shiny Bombardier. Then in Tier 5 raids, we had shiny Genesect with the Burn Drive drop. Then during the Psychic Spectacular, we had shiny Solasis and its epic family. Then we had a brand new shiny Community Day with Grubbin Community Day. And then there was the Out to Play event, in which we got shiny Hisuian Growlithe. That's awesome. Don't sleep on September, that was good. But in October, we got shiny Guzzlord for the first time ever in Ultra Beast raids. Then, one of the most forgotten about shinies of all time, in the Pokemon Go Safari Soul event, Skiddo debuted in Pokemon Go with its shiny shiny being available, this Pokemon has yet to be available since that event, so that was super exclusive. And then what some people would argue is the greatest shiny of all time, we got shiny Phantom during the Halloween Part 1 event, an epic shiny that I wasn't able to get, and because of it, I had to cut my hair. But that wasn't it for the Halloween event. During Part 2, we got shiny Zorua, which is absolutely epic. Moving on to November, in Tier 5 raids, we got the final form of Genesect. The Douse Drive shiny Genesect was released. Then we had the Paldean Wooper shiny drop during November Community Day. Then during the Festival of Colors event, we had shiny Morlull drop, and another new shiny during the Fashion Week event, shiny Gothita dropped. And finally, we have December, in which we got shiny Hisuian Samurott during its own raid day. We got shiny Hisuian Sneasler during the Along the Routes event. We got shiny Wordeer during its own raid day. And during the holiday events in December, we got shiny Cryogonal and shiny Vanillite. Some pretty amazing shinies that month too, but that is it. I don't know how many shinies that is in total. It seems like it's close to 100, but there was a lot of epic ones. Let me know in the comments down below, which month do you think had the best shiny drops? February was an amazing month with the Hoenn tour. August was a great month with all of the Go Fest. And then I don't know, October had some amazing shinies. Luckily for me, I got a good amount of all of these shinies that dropped this year. Let me know in the comments which shinies you guys were able to get or not able to get from this year. Obviously, we have quite a list here, but this was really fun to look back on. Some amazing shinies dropped this year that I honestly totally forgot about. But looking back on this, there's a lot of shinies I still need to get. Safe to say 2023 was an amazing year for shinies. Hopefully next year's better.